May be inconvenient for your power to shut off. One neighborhood knows that this is really just part of preventing devastating wildfires.
Fox 12 spoke to residents of the West Hills area of Portland, one part of the city that PGE says could likely lose power tomorrow if the conditions are bad. Let's get right out to Fox 12's Adrian Thomas, who's live at Cornell and Skyline with the story. Adrian?
Yeah, we spoke to one resident off camera this afternoon, and he tells us he keeps a backup generator at his house specifically for these kinds of situations. And you can see why PGE has deemed this area as high risk. Just take a look behind me. You can clearly see some power lines right there cutting through the trees, delivering power to the homes here in the heavily forested area. If wind were to blow one of those power lines over, it could easily spark a wildfire in all of the thick vegetation. And another resident we spoke with says while it may be not the best day or a couple of days to deal with a planned power outage, it's better to be safe than sorry. This public safety power shutoff warning extends all the way north of Cornell and Skyline into Forest Park, and the area of Skyline and Burnside into the Sylvan Highlands neighborhood. Sally Canuvin lives off Barnes Road and has owned her home for over 2 decades with her husband. She tells us she's stocking up on ice for her refrigerator and freezer should the power go out, and it may be difficult for her to telework from home.
I've notified my coworkers out of state that I may not be available, may not have power.
Canuvin tells us her backyard and others around her are left in their natural state to blend in with nearby Forest Park. So there's a lot of vegetation that could fuel a massive wildfire. She says she's happy PGE is getting ahead and warning people of power shutoffs.
Absolutely glad they are letting us know. I run in the trails in Forest Park every day, and it's very dry out there, and with a wind and a spark, it wouldn't take much to ignite this massive amount of forest.
A massive amount of forest that would be devastating to lose for those who live there and Portlanders who enjoy miles of hiking trails. Canuvin says she's taken as much precaution as she can fireproofing her home and making sure she and her husband are ready to handle a power outage. She says given her years living in the Pacific Northwest, she feels now more than ever power shutoffs to prevent fires are becoming more common.
You know, you hear about them in California. We're having the same kind of weather patterns, and we do need to take these seriously and prepare for them.
Now, PGE says a planned power shutoff could affect this area as soon as early tomorrow and last through late Saturday. Live in Northwest Portland, Adrian Thomas, Fox 12 Oregon.